Hello dear students, welcome to Rishikul Online School. Let's continue chapter number 11 of history, in which we are discussing about traders, kings and pilgrims. In this video lesson, we shall study about the northern kingdoms and the invasions from the northwest. Dear children, as we studied that after the death of Ashoka, the Mauryan Empire it declined. It was because of the successors of Ashoka, they were weak and inefficient. Taking advantage of it, commander-in-chief of Mauryan army, named Pushyamitra Sunga, he killed Bridharth, the last Mauryan king, and founded the Sunga dynasty. Pushyamitra Sunga, he was a powerful and brave ruler. Besides, there were 9 other Sunga kings. Pushyamitra Sunga, he defeated a famous Greek invader Menander in 155 BC and pushed him out of his territory. The Sunga dynasty ruled for about 112 years. The last Sunga king was Devabhuti, who was killed by his minister Vasudev Kanva. Vasudev Kanva, he was the founder of Kanva dynasty. This dynasty lasted for about 45 years. The Satvahans, they were the most important successors of the Mauryas in the Deccan. Gautami Putra Sri Satkarni, he was the most important ruler of this dynasty. We know about him mainly from an inscription composed by his mother Gautami Balashri. Gautami Putra Sri Satkarni was the most important ruler who ruled between AD 106 and AD 130. His kingdoms covered the upper Godavari valley, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra, Gujarat, Kathiawar, Berar, Malwa and the northern parts of Tamil Nadu. Sri Satkarni and the other Satvahan rulers, they were known as the Lord of Dakshin Path. Invasions from the northwest India. As the Mauryan Empire declined, a number of small and weak kingdoms arose. They also fought with each other for superiority. The foreign powers, particularly the Indo-Greek, the Sakas and the Kushan, took advantage of such situations. The Indo-Greek, they were among the first invaders. They ruled over Bactria, that is northern Afghanistan. The most famous Indo-Greek ruler was Menander or Milinda, who ruled from 165 BC to 145 BC. The first Indo-Greek, they were the first rulers in India who issued coins. They introduced Greek elements in Indian art that later came to be known as the Gandhara school of art. The Sakas. The Greeks were followed by the Sakas. They controlled a larger area than the Indo-Greek. Drudraman I, he was the most important ruler of the Sakas. He ruled from 130 AD to 150 AD. He ruled over Sindh, major part of Gujarat, Konkan, the Narmada Valley, Malwa, etc. Even though he was a foreign ruler, he had great love for Sanskrit language and also worshipped Lord Shiva. The Kushan. The Kushan Empire extended from Khorasan in Central Asia to Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. That is a significant part of Central Asia, now in Russia, a part of Iran and Afghanistan. Almost the whole of Pakistan and North India were under the rule of Kushan. They ruled around 2000 years ago. Peshawar and Mathura, they were the major centers of power. Kushans were among the earliest rulers of the subcontinent to issue gold coins. Kanishka, he was the most powerful ruler of the Kushan. He ruled around 1900 years ago. The Saka era, which starts from 78 AD, was founded by Kanishka. He was not only a great conqueror but also a patron of religion and art. Kanishka wholeheartedly patronized Buddhism. That is why historians, they call him the second Ashoka. He also encouraged the Gandhara school of art. This is the headless statue of Kanishka, which is very popular. So dear children, this is all about this module. Have a nice day.